Losing money by people to their trusted ones while abroad is not a rare story. I believe you have a friend, a relative, or even someone you know that lost money after trusting their relatives, friends, pastors, or any other person that they trusted. Today we look at a story where someone trusted their relative with their money while abroad and they got disappointed. Let's have a look.
I'm called Nalongo Walira Esther. Some time back, I traveled abroad. I went to work. I worked for good 2 years. But when I was there, I trusted my auntie. When I came back after 2 years, I was so disappointed with my auntie. When I took her to the airport, I expected seeing my baby is very smart, nice looking. Naye when I took her to airport, nga ye natally happy, nga ntunulira bubi, nenebuuza bannange what had happened. I took it easy, bwe twagenda ewaka, n'atandika okumpisanga mujja wange. Kale n'atandika okumpisa bwato. Then I started questioning myself what had happened to me. So when I asked her about my money which I used to send for her, n'atandika okumbuzaabuza n'angamba yaziteeka mu loan, guys had not yet paid her the money. She kept on okumbuzaabuza. Can you imagine? She blackmailed me to my Salongo, auntie wange, blackmailing wa Salongo, n'amweddiza. Can you imagine up to now, sikolagana na tata w'abaana bange Salongo because of my auntie. But why do you think it happened? Because of money. Trusting people is very bad. It's not good to trust everyone. Simanyi nga nasobola okuddamu okutrustinga omuntu with money. Not only that, restaurant nasanga nga nzigale, business zange saloon. Ne saloon nga bagikala. I'd trusted my saloon with my cousin, omwana wa auntie wange oyo. Naye ne saloon nasanga nga nayo nzigale kwegamba. I went down buli kimu kyayonooneka. So I wasn't happy. What I've learned from this experience is you should never trust anybody with your money, with your property, with your children, with your husband. Do you know that even your husband can be taken? So please, I advise you ladies who are still going abroad, even here in Uganda, never to trust your money with anybody. And I advise you guys, maybe when you're going abroad, make sure you open up your personal accounts where you can be sending your money so that you come back and you're happy. Not coming back, then you're miserable.
This experience is really, really touching. It is so sad that someone can leave their homeland. By the way, it's not easy to leave Uganda because it has so many advantages. The weather, the food, the people. It's the best place to be, if I was asked across the world. But then you find that this lady sacrificed. She left her motherland. She went out there to earn a living. And then she was sending her money back to a trusted relative. Sometimes it's our parents. Sometimes it's your brother, your sister, whoever the person is that makes meaning in your life. You're believing that this person will get this money and put it into what you think is the best option that you may have shared with them. Sometimes you're thinking, okay, I'll send my money to so and so and they'll help me to build my house. After 10 years, you come back here and there's not even sign of the land of where that house was supposed to be.
If people knew what guys go through while abroad,
the sacrifice.
All they see is them, boarding planes to go and work and coming back with money. But yes, they don't know exactly what people go through. And someone trusting you, one with their businesses. Someone even trusting you to the extent of leaving you with their kids. And really you do something of that kind.
And they are sending you money. You're with someone's children, they are sending you money to look after those children.
Yes.
But we should have the integrity. We should look into ourselves and try to live up to the responsibility that these people are leaving us with. If they have sent you money that, okay, buy food for the children, do exactly that.
Yes.
When they have sent you money for, okay, help me construct my house and all, do exactly that, or don't accept the responsibility at all.
But how can people abroad send their money and keep it safe while still abroad working?
Hitting the nail on the top, not really being on the side of Nalongo. One, let's not listen to experts in form of friends, relatives, cousins, or our bosses. If you really want to invest at home, seek the advice of an expert. Number two, do not put all your eggs in one basket. If at all you are working, you are getting your 1 million, don't keep sending to your auntie, to your uncle, to your relative only. At least put some portion of money in something different. Number three, if you leave the country and you have an account with any bank in Uganda and you're registered on digital platforms, it can be Kusimu, which is mobile, or internet, or you put your email address. Even if you send money through Ivan to go to Alex's account and you don't get a notification, tomorrow you send it through Tilda. So let's put measures to protect our money not to be taken away by people we trust. And we shouldn't trust anyone with money. Whether your uncle or your mom or your children, do not, anyone whom you look at, who is your friend, who is your relative, can disappear with your money. So put the measures in place.
Now, Alex, you're talking about people sending money just to keep it in the banks. But someone wants to do an investment such that by the time they come back, they have something to fall back to.
Number one, Ivan, before you plan of investing, save safely. Save safely. Don't just save. First, save your money safely. There are other options of investing. You can do shares. Even if you're abroad, you can sign your forms and buy. So let's visit Capital Markets Authority. Let's visit Investment Authority. There are different options we can put
that
our
people
money
can
in.
look into.
Okay. Yeah, even if it's a house, I can send Tilda. By the way, go and check with Ivan how far my house is. You shouldn't only trust Ivan. That's very simple.
Yes.
Now that highlights the issue of monitoring. Monitoring to see that whatever you put your money into is going on well and as per your plan. This actually brings us one of the 100 ways to be money wiser that we should have at the back of our minds when such an incident happens to you. This is number 8. To be money wiser is to know that every time we make a money mistake, like what this lady has gone through, every time we make a money mistake, we need to focus on the lesson learned, but keep on moving forward, helping others to be wiser on that aspect too. So Nalongo went through such a hard time. She went through such a challenging moment, but it enabled her to learn from it. And from what we are sharing on this show, what we are sharing, what she herself may have shared with her friends, relatives, and the people in her life, we have learned that let us always monitor the things that we put our money into. And if you are out there and you've gone through such a circumstance, don't worry. There is always light at the end of that tunnel. Pick up the pieces and continue moving forward, but wiser.
However, people might not be able to understand, for example, about capital markets,
Yes.
to be able to understand some of the safer ways of saving, like Alex was talking about, the saving for a target. But make sure, even if you're sending someone your money, either
Yes.
to save it for you or to make an investment, don't trust only one person. Now, the only custodian who knew about her money was her auntie, no one else. But for example, if other family members knew about it,
They would help her to monitor,
yes,
to
to
see
monitor
that
and see ABC is happening and
Yeah.
be informing her. You're sending money to build a house. We haven't seen anything taking place. Other people sending money to pastors. Someone you're not even related to. Okay, you're related to the pastor
but
spiritually.
you trust them
Yes.
without thinking, without being a little bit wiser.
Yeah. So you need to have that kind of backup that at least 4 people know about where your money is going.
Yes.
Yes.
So this basically brings out the fact that we have a number of interventions out there that enable us to track and monitor our various money and investment options. So use use these options. You can use online banking, internet banking, use your friends, use your relatives, but be a little bit wiser. So thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for sharing your comments on YouTube, on our different social media handles, and hope to see you next time. Thank you.